Hello friends, James Stevenson back with a fresh video about impersonators and what a plague they are on X and what a pain they are to report. And what a pain they are if you get fooled by them in your direct messages trying to scam you out of your hard-earned money. Don't fall for it, folks. In this video, I will go through all the impersonators I learned. I have a bunch of them block me to make it hard for me to find them yesterday. So we'll check in with Loki first, who is curled up in bed, but still has his ears up. He's listening to the world around him. You can keep an eye on Loki and the Loki's bed cam over here while I turn my attention to this tweet about the Sam Abu El-Samid FUD piece from 13 years and 13 weeks ago. In which he literally said Tesla is doomed. That's funny. So Elon liked this post originally when I posted it, and then when I posted this video about the post, he liked that too. So it's likeception that I got from Elon. And I apologized for mixing up Cruise and Waymo during the video. I sometimes get those confused. I shouldn't get them confused. I know they're different companies, and I've been following them for a while. I just mix them up sometimes and don't know why. And Pateri Costa decided to send me a bunch of different replies to this one message. They're not in chronological order here because every time he had something else to tell me, he just replied to this same tweet. You can see I got 11 replies to it here, which is too many. And it's because he was giving me screenshots of people who were impersonating me. So I'm going to scroll down to the first one here, and we'll come back to these last. First, Pateri Costa at Costa_Pateri on X said, "Here we go again. Is it any easier to report?" And the answer I'm sad to report is no, it's actually gotten worse. It had been easier for a while, and then it went right back to the longer, harder reporting process for impersonators. So originally, you had to fill out a form and attach your photo ID and submit it to Twitter. Actually, it was worse in the beginning because then you would have to watch your email for the notification from Twitter that they received your report, follow a link, and upload your photo ID there. So it is better than it was then, but not by a lot, because from there it went to a very smooth process that was easy. I forget exactly how that worked, but they've gone back to a hard reporting process again. So here's an impersonator. You can tell it's not me. How? Is it from the profile pic? No, they stole my profile pic. Is it from the description? No, it's the same description I use. Now, at the end of it, they don't have a blue check mark and they don't have a rebellionaire badge like I do. So if you look here and you know those are supposed to be there, that would give you the difference. But this is my display name. So that's not very easy for you to spot unless you remember that I have a blue check mark and a rebellionaire badge. And you can't tell from the description here because it's the same. Elon Musk and I own Tesla along with several other people. So it's the handle. This is how you know the difference. My handle is at @ICannot_enough. Most people don't get the pun, but think about it for a second. I cannot underscore enough is a synonym to I cannot stress enough or I cannot emphasize enough, right? Underscore means to underline. That's why that makes sense. In my handle, it makes sense. In all these impersonator handles, it doesn't make sense if you talk it and you say underscore when you get to this character. So for example, this one says, I cannot underscore Enug22. That's not me. And you know to block this person when you see them. That's an impersonator. Make sure they stay as far away from you as possible. But I said reported and blocked, and then Pateri said prepare for mayhem, and sent me 4 more. So I don't want to click there. I want to click here to see I cannot underscore enough. Too many A's here. I underscore cannot enough underscore. That's not right. I cannot underscore enough O. That's not it. At I underscore cannot enough underscore. We just saw that one. These are just people who happen to be named James Stevenson. These are not impersonators, you know, because they are not using my profile pic. Next, the totally different handle at FREUNDHILL53211. That's not me. So I had to report those 4 accounts, which I did, and reported and blocked them. Let's see here. I lost my place on the page because I clicked through here. I said, so many impersonators, OMG. Okay, I reported them all. Thank you. I only thought I had reported them all. In the meantime, while I was reporting those 4, Pateri sent me Series 2. So let's look at Series 2. At UBA127034, don't fall for them. At BTC_archive_P. So you can tell some of these impersonators were originally impersonating other people with different similar looking handles. And I think they changed who they're impersonating to avoid being suspended if that other person reported them. At iCanute_enough, that's not me. But that was only Series 2. Here's Series 3. That one we saw already, 22, I remember. At J, cannot_enough, that's not me. There's that one again. At L_cannot. No enough at all. Just forget the enough part. I cannot _, or 2 underscores. EN0UGH. Nice try. At I cannot _enoeg. That's not me either. And was that it? No, there's more here. There's the enoof again. Here's I cannot with only 1 N _enough 1. That's not me. Here's ongifrins. That's not me. Here's at I cannot enough. Close, but no cigar. Underscores in the wrong place. At Narga ICAT J 63716. Don't fall for that scammer. At James Stephen Page. That seems like it works at first. Like the X logo here, as though I work for Twitter. So that was almost all of them. It took me an hour to report all of these, folks. Here's the last ones. At I cannot enough _J, and at 1 cannot enough. So those are like 24 impersonators-ish, and every time you have to report one, here's the process. So I have to look at this screenshot, and then on a separate device, go to my DMs to myself, and match the handle and type it into a DM to myself and hit enter. And that makes it a message that automatically becomes a hyperlink. If I click that hyperlink, it'll take me to their page even if they block me. I can't find these accounts the same way Pateri did because they block me, which makes them not show up in search results for me. The only way I ever know these impersonators exist is if somebody reports them to me, and then I'm able to find them, right? So once I get to their page and I see if they block me or not, I go to the ellipsis button and I click that and I come down to report. Then that brings up a window, and in that window it says, what do you want to report them for? And there's, 10 different things you can report people for. So you have to scroll to the bottom. The second one from the bottom is deceptive identities. That's what you want to report them for. Click the next button and it says, who is being impersonated? Is it you or is it somebody else? If you say it's somebody else, you're done, and that's the end of the process. But if you say they're impersonating me, it takes you to another page that says you have to fill out this form instead. And the word form is a hyperlink, and you click the hyperlink for form, and it takes you to a new pop-up window that says, what do you want to report somebody for? And again, you have to tell them they're impersonating me. Then they say, who is impersonating you? And they give you one choice, and it's an account. So if you click the radio button next to an account, it pops up with a blank field, and it says, what account? Type in their handle with the at the beginning. So you have to type in at, and then you have to remember which of these 20 impersonators you're reporting at the moment, right? And you put their handle in, and it has to be exactly right, of course. And sometimes it won't even take it. I've had some impersonators that I put in their handle exactly right, and for whatever reason it won't accept the handle. Most of the time it accepts it. But then you're still not done. The next thing it says is upload your photo ID to prove that you're the real person and they're the impersonator. So I have saved my driver's license photo into a separate album called DL Photo to make it easier for me to find it every time I have to report another impersonator. So you upload that image, and then you hit submit, and then you're actually done, and they send you an email to confirm. But you have to repeat that process every single time. You have to start over from the beginning. There's no batching. There's no CSV upload file to help X get this done quicker. You have to go through that process, you're filling out the form every single time, so it takes a long time. All right. Are there more here? So just a tip here on an unrelated matter. Don't take a photo of yourself like this with backlight and your front not lit. This is not a naked man here. He's wearing trunks. You can see if you look closely. You can see the cuffs down here at the knee. But it's hard to see that. So that's not the way you take a photo. And so there you go. You got some extra bonus advice in your video this time. Make sure the subject is lit in the foreground or in the midground. And that's my video for today. Don't fall for scammers is the key takeaway. And also, X, do a better job. Oh, I need to show you these. I thought I had gotten them after after the first 4. That took a while, but I got them all reported and blocked. I blocked them so that they can't retweet me. If they can retweet me, it makes it more likely that they're going to fool people into thinking that they are me, because the people who view their page are going to see my tweets on it. And that's going to make them think that they're looking at my page, but they're not. They're just looking at an impersonator retweeting me all the way down their page. So if you block them, it prevents them from doing that, and it makes it easier to spot them if they don't notice that that's what happened, that I blocked them, because people going to their page will see a whole lot of nothing every time they try to retweet me. It won't let them retweet my content. So I asked, how did you find them all? Pateri said, I just searched for your name on a burner account. Amazing that the pic can be used, and similar text on multiple accounts. Sent Grok and Loki on them to freeze out these impersonators. I acknowledged here that this is not as easy a problem to solve as people think for X. I said I think they're just playing the long game. If they write some simple code that looks for that stuff and suspends them automatically, they might accidentally suspend some popular parody accounts. I know parody accounts are supposed to say that they're parody in the description or in the bio or both. I forget what the rule is. I don't have any parody accounts. And it might just force impersonators to find cleverer workarounds. So it might be even harder to find impersonators after X put a bot in place that would just automatically suspend anybody who copied that information. They would just find smarter ways of hiding, and that's not to anybody's benefit if you go, out of the frying pan into the fire. So there you go. I know there is a simpler way to do this. Definitely there's no need to have to keep uploading your photo ID over and over again. Right, Loki? That's one of my recommended steps for X to take. Only make verified accounts upload their photo ID once, and then you never have to upload it again. Just say, this is a verified account. We have verified the photo ID on this account. They never need to be asked again for their photo ID. The other thing is, that field, having to type into twice, once in a DM to yourself and once in that field on the form, that's dumb. You already know which handle I'm reporting because that's where the process began, with me on their profile page, clicking the ellipsis button and going to report. You should just remember which account is being reported and then not make me do double entry of the handle. I shouldn't have to remember all the way to the end of the process which handle I'm on right now. You should only have to remember that once per account being impersonated. And that's my advice to X. If anybody at X is watching, maybe not, But that would make things better for everybody who gets impersonated. It's not just me, it's a whole lot of accounts out there that have dozens of impersonators. I see them following me all the time, and I DM screenshots to those people saying, hey, you have an impersonator to report, Sawyer Merritt or Gary Black or whoever. All right. So with that, I will outro and remind you to like this video. If you've hung on to this point in the video, you must like this video. Help other people find it by clicking the like button. Do the algorithm a solid and let them know this video is worth watching. Thank you to everyone who subscribes to me. You can subscribe to me for free on YouTube if you're watching me on YouTube by clicking a link I'll leave over there for you. Or you can subscribe to me on Patreon for $4.20 a month. I would appreciate your support there. Or on X, which is my recommended way. Only costs you $3 per month to support me on X if you do it that way. Only 69 cents per week. And a special thank you to my two executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com, and I'll see you in the next one.